You're finally at the airport. Boarding pass in hand, shoes off, bags on the belt, smooth sailing. Until it isn't. Suddenly a beep. A red light flashes. A TSA agent steps forward. "Sir, please step aside." Your stomach drops as they unzip your bag and pull something out. You thought you followed all the rules. But did you? Think you know what's allowed in your carry-on? Think again. Because in this video, I'm going to walk you through what's changed, what's banned, and how to avoid delays in 2025. Let's get into it. TSA security in 2025 isn't what it used to be. Their new AI-powered scanners are faster, sharper, and far less forgiving. These systems don't miss a thing, and they're not interested in gray areas or second chances. Even seasoned travelers are getting flagged for items that were once perfectly fine. No warnings, no do-overs. One mistake and your favorite gadget could be gone. Or worse, you miss your flight entirely. It's a strict, zero-tolerance world now. But don't worry. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the biggest bans, the common mistakes travelers keep making, and a few expert hacks that can save you serious time and money. Top 5 shocking carry-on bans of 2025. Let's break down the 5 most surprising carry-on restrictions that are catching travelers off guard this year. These aren't just minor inconveniences. Some of them could cost you your valuables, your time, or even your flight. Let's start with number 5 and work our way to the most shocking one of all. 5. Smart bags with built-in batteries. Smart luggage was once a traveler's best friend. Charging ports, GPS tracking, and even self-rolling features made them incredibly convenient. But in 2025, TSA has drawn a hard line. If your smart bag has a built-in battery that can't be removed, it's banned from your carry-on, period. It doesn't matter if the bag is turned off, if you've never used the battery, or even if you're just carrying it as a backup. If that battery is non-removable, TSA will pull it immediately. Why the crackdown? Fire risk. Lithium-ion batteries are known to be volatile under certain conditions. TSA's AI scanners are programmed to detect these power sources, and if your bag has one built in with no easy way to detach it, they won't take the chance. Your best move? Double-check your bag before heading to the airport. If your smart bag's battery can't be removed, pack it in your checked luggage instead, or leave it behind. 4. Oversized power banks and high-wattage tech gear power banks have saved many of us from a dead phone in the middle of a long layover. But this year, TSA has set a hard limit, 27,000 milliamp hours. Anything above that will be flagged and possibly confiscated. And it's not just power banks. Wireless headphones, portable chargers, even Bluetooth speakers with high wattage or unclear labeling are now drawing unwanted attention. Here's the tricky part. If your device doesn't clearly display its power rating, TSA may assume the worst and pull it. Some travelers have had to leave behind expensive tech gear simply because the wattage label was missing or smudged. So here's the rule of thumb. If your tech accessory doesn't show its power rating clearly and is large or high capacity, don't risk it. Either pack it in your checked bag or leave it at home. 3. Duty-free liquids, especially on international layovers. You might think that if you buy something at the airport, especially in a duty-free shop, you're automatically in the clear. But in 2025, that's no longer the case. TSA has started flagging certain sealed liquids from duty-free stores, especially alcohol and perfume, due to new liquid transport rules at U.S. and connecting international airports. Here's what's happening. Even though you might purchase a duty-free bottle after clearing one airport security, if you have a layover in another country or U.S. city, those connecting airports might have stricter rules. That sealed bottle in your carry-on? It might not be allowed through your next checkpoint, even if you're not the one opening your bags. The worst part? Many travelers are finding this out the hard way. At the gate, moments before boarding, watching expensive bottles of liquor or designer fragrance get tossed into the bin. To play it safe either. Buy duty-free at your final departure gate, not your first. Or check with your airline and connection airport ahead of time to make sure your purchases will be allowed through Chapter 2. Dense snacks and packaged foods. Yes, food is now under the microscope. Literally. Dense snacks like solid protein bars, blocks of cheese, and powdered supplements are getting flagged left and right. Why? Because TSA's advanced scanners rely on density detection. And the problem is, these items can mimic the profile of illegal or dangerous materials, such as explosives. In other words, To an AI scanner, your protein bar might look just like a plastic explosive. Even though these foods are technically allowed, packing them the wrong way can result in delays, manual bag searches, or even temporary confiscation while the item is inspected. If you're carrying dense snacks or food products, here's what you should do. Place them in a separate bin during screening. That small step can save you from unnecessary inspection delays and keep your snacks intact. Chapter 1. Medical devices. Without documentations, which includes EpiPens, CPAPs, insulin pumps, must have doctor's note or manufacturer's info. Without proof, it could be confiscated or delayed. If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. This last one is perhaps the most surprising and the most heartbreaking because it affects travelers with genuine medical needs. In 2025, common medical devices like EpiPens, insulin pumps, CPAP machines, and nebulizers are now under increased scrutiny at TSA checkpoints. Why? Because the new AI-powered scanning systems automatically flag items that contain pressurized components, sharp cartridges, or dense, compact machinery, many of which are features found in essential medical gear. The problem isn't that these devices are banned. They're still allowed, but only if you have the proper documentation. That means a doctor's note stating your need for the device, or official paperwork or manufacturer information that verifies what the device is and what it's used for. Without one of these, TSA agents may detain the device for extra screening, or, in some rare cases, confiscate it entirely if it's deemed suspicious and unverifiable on the spot. This has already caused major disruptions. Some travelers have missed their flights after being pulled aside for 20 to 30 minutes while their medical equipment was examined. Others have had to choose between boarding their flight or leaving behind something critical to their health. So here's the golden rule. If you rely on any type of medical device, always travel with documentation. Keep it in your carry-on, printed and easily accessible. A short letter from your doctor, or even a page from the manufacturer's website with your device's specs, can make all the difference. You don't want your trip or your health at risk because of a misunderstanding. TSA isn't trying to be difficult. They're being thorough. Now, so should you. And if you want to know more how to travel with medications, check the description below and watch. 4. Common mistakes travelers still make. Now that we've covered the most surprising carry-on bans of 2025, let's shift to something just as important, the avoidable mistakes that still trip up thousands of travelers every single day. These aren't just minor slip-ups. They can lead to missed flights, lost items, and hours of frustration at security. Let's walk through the 4 biggest ones and how you can steer clear of them. Mistake number 1. Thinking TSA. Pre-check bypasses all rules. If you've got TSA pre-check, you already know the benefits. Faster lines, fewer hassles, and usually no need to remove your shoes or laptop. But here's the mistake so many travelers make. They assume that pre-check also means the rules don't apply. That's false. TSA pre-check is not a free pass for banned items. If something is restricted, like oversized power banks, liquids over 3.4 ounces, or smart luggage with non-removable batteries, it's still restricted, even if you're flying through the fast lane. And guess what? Because pre-check lines are faster, TSA agents tend to be more efficient and vigilant. They've seen it all, and they'll spot that restricted item before you even realize it's a problem. So remember, pre-check equals a quicker process, not looser rules. Don't assume. Always double-check the latest guidelines before packing, even if you've flown dozens of times before. Mistake number 2. Packing all electronics together. Here's one that catches people off guard, especially tech-savvy travelers. For years, we've known that laptops have to come out at security checkpoints. But in 2025, that list has grown. Now it's not just laptops. Game consoles, DSLR cameras, external hard drives, CPAP machines, large tablets, and high-capacity power banks all fall under the category of large electronics, and TSA wants each one in its own bin. If you toss all your gadgets into one pocket of your carry-on, you'll end up digging through your bag at the checkpoint, holding up the line, and increasing your chances of something getting dropped or damaged. So what's the fix? Pack smart. Use a bag with designated compartments or quick access sleeves. Place large electronics where you can grab them easily and lay them out quickly. You'll save time, avoid frustration, and make the entire screening process smoother for everyone around you. Mistake number 3. Ignoring TSA's subjective screenings. This one surprises a lot of people. TSA officers have the discretion to pull any item for further inspection, whether it's banned or not. That's right. Even if an item doesn't appear on any restricted list, it can still raise flags during screening. Maybe it looks unusual on the scanner. Maybe it resembles something dangerous. Or maybe the agent just isn't familiar with it. And once something is flagged, you can't argue your way out of it. TSA's decision is final in that moment. That's why it pays to be proactive. If you're carrying anything unusual, like photography equipment, medical gear, unique tools, or foreign items, be ready to explain it. Keep receipts, product labels, or manufacturer information handy. A quick explanation can often prevent a long inspection. Think of it this way. You know what's in your bag. TSA doesn't. Help them understand, and you'll avoid unnecessary trouble. Mistake number 4. Wearing problematic travel clothing. What you wear through airport security can have just as much impact as what's in your bag. In 2025, TSA scanners are more sensitive than ever. That means clothing items that used to be fine, like jackets with zippers, belts with big buckles, heavy jewelry, or underwire bras, can now trigger alerts. And here's what's new. Some airports are now requiring travelers to remove bulky hoodies, baggy sweatpants, and even layered tops for additional screening. This slows you down, adds stress, and can cause you to lose your place in line. The fix? Dress smart. Stick to simple, metal-free outfits. Avoid layers you'll have to remove. And wear slip-on shoes. You'll thank yourself later when you're gliding through security while others are fumbling with shoelaces and belt buckles. Next time you travel, keep these 4 mistakes in mind. Avoid them and you'll clear TSA faster with fewer surprises and a lot less stress. 3 proven hacks to breeze through TSA in 2025. Now that we've covered the biggest bans and most common mistakes, let's switch gears and talk solutions. Because getting through TSA doesn't have to be stressful, if you know the right hacks. These next 3 tips are simple, smart, and completely legal. Use them, and you'll not only save time and money, but you'll also breeze through airport security while everyone else is fumbling with their bags. Hack number 1. Bring an empty bottle. It sounds almost too simple, but it works. One of the easiest ways to save time, stay hydrated, and skip overpriced airport drinks is this. Pack an empty, reusable water bottle. TSA doesn't allow liquids over 3.4 ounces, but here's the loophole. They don't ban empty containers. That means you can bring a full-sized water bottle through security as long as it's completely empty. Once you're past screening, head to a refill station or a water fountain and top it off for free. No need to spend $6 on bottled water or wait for the flight attendant to make a round. And here's the bonus. Most airports now have touch-free refill stations that make this process fast, clean, and convenient. So skip the stress and the dehydration. Bring your own empty bottle and fill up once you're through. It's TSA approved, cost-effective, and better for the environment too. Hack number 2. Pre-scan your bag at home with a mobile app. This one is a total game changer, especially in 2025, now that TSA is using advanced AI-powered scanners. Before you even leave home, you can run your own mini TSA check using apps like Bag Scanner, which use your phone's camera and a reference database to identify potential red flags in your carry-on. Just take a photo of your packed bag, and the app will scan for oversized electronics, bottles or liquids, unlabeled tech accessories, unusual item shapes that might get flagged. Think of it like a dress rehearsal for security. You'll know exactly what to move, repack, or leave behind before you even get to the airport. This kind of preparation doesn't just help you avoid surprises. It can literally be the reason you make your flight instead of being stuck in secondary screening. Hack number 3. Use airline-specific security lanes. Here's a little-known secret. Some airlines have their own dedicated TSA screening lanes. If you're flying with a major carrier, like Delta, United, or American Airlines, especially out of big airports like JFK, LAX, or Atlanta, check to see if they offer an exclusive security line for their passengers. These lanes often have fewer travelers, Move faster. Offer better trained agents for frequent flyers or elite members. And the best part? You don't need a first-class ticket. In many cases, just being booked with that airline is enough to access the alternate screening area. Most travelers head straight to the main TSA lines without even checking for alternatives. But a quick look at airport signage, or asking an agent, can save you 20 to 30 minutes of standing around. It's one of those under-the-radar hacks that frequent travelers swear by, and now you can too. Each of these tips is simple, effective, and 100% TSA compliant. Use one or use all three, and your next airport experience will be faster, smoother, and a lot less stressful. And if you want to know more about the new airline carry-on rules, check the description below and watch the legal loophole TSA doesn't advertise. Here's something most travelers don't realize. Yes, even in 2025, with all the new restrictions, you can still travel with many banned items, if you do it the right way. It's not about breaking the rules, it's about understanding them. TSA bans specific items from carry-ons, but that doesn't always mean you can't bring them at all. There are two smart, completely legal methods to get these items through airport security without a hitch. Method 1. Check them in your luggage. This is the easiest and most overlooked option. Many of the items banned from carry-on bags, like large liquid containers, sharp tools, scissors, aerosol sprays, even cooking knives, are perfectly fine to fly with as long as they're packed securely in your checked luggage. That means if you really need that oversized shampoo bottle, your favorite wine opener, or a medical gel over 3.4 ounces, just put it in your suitcase and check the bag. Problem solved. Just make sure it's packed safely and follows airline baggage guidelines. TSA doesn't want loose blades or unsealed containers rattling around in your bag either. Method 2. Declare the item to TSA before screening. Let's say you have something sensitive, valuable, or essential, like an EpiPen, a CPAP machine, or liquid medications that exceed the normal liquid limits. These aren't banned outright, but they can get flagged if not handled correctly. That's where declaration comes in. Before you reach the scanner, tell a TSA officer you're carrying a medically necessary item or a specialty tool. If you're proactive, they're more likely to guide you through the process calmly, rather than reacting to a scanner alert with extra screening and delays. In some cases, this declaration can even override the automatic flag from their AI system, because now the human agent is aware and prepared to verify it properly. Final tip: ask before you pack. When in doubt, don't guess. Ask. TSA agents are trained to answer your questions. You can. Speak with an officer at the airport, call ahead, or use the Ask TSA feature on social media or the official app. Knowing the rules doesn't just protect your belongings. It saves you from losing time, money, and peace of mind. And in 2025, that's more important than ever. Let's do a quick recap before you pack your next carry-on. We've covered the 5 most surprising items banned by TSA in 2025, from smart luggage and oversized power banks to certain snacks and even medical devices. You've seen how easy it is to get flagged if you're not paying attention. Then we walked through the 4 most common mistakes travelers still make, like assuming TSA pre-check makes you immune to the rules, packing electronics poorly, wearing the wrong clothes, or not being prepared for a random screening. You also picked up 3 powerful hacks to help you glide through security, bringing an empty water bottle, scanning your bag at home, and finding airline-specific security lanes to skip the crowds. And finally, I shared one simple but powerful trick: the legal loophole that lets you travel with certain restricted items, as long as you check them or declare them the right way. Here's the truth. In today's world of fast-changing rules and hyper-strict security, staying informed is the only way to travel smart. It's the difference between a smooth journey and a stressful, expensive airport nightmare. So if this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for real-time TSA updates and smart travel tips, and drop a comment below. Which of these new rules surprised you the most? And don't go far, because up next is a video you won't want to miss. 13 airport secrets they don't want us to know. Until then, travel smart, stay one step ahead, and I'll see you in the next one.